All right, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The biology of attraction. 2. Fitness as a mating signal. 3. The new dating arenas. 4. Rules of gym engagement. And finally, 5. Couples who sweat together.
Okay, jumping right into section 1, the biology of attraction.
Now, you might be wondering, is this whole desire for physically fit partners just some modern trend pushed by fitness influencers? Well, actually no. It is a deep-rooted evolutionary mechanism. It was first described by Charles Darwin all the way back in 1871. He noticed something fascinating. Certain traits, like the extravagant feathers of a peacock, didn't actually help an animal survive. Instead, they evolved strictly because they helped the animal attract a mate, allowing them to pass on their genes.
And this brilliantly illustrates the two distinct ways that sexual selection works in the wild. And yes, in humans too. On one side, we have intrasexual selection. This is where individuals outcompete their rivals through sheer physical formidability. Think upper body strength. On the other side, we have intersexual selection, which is all about displaying specific traits that act as a giant flashing signal of high genetic quality to a potential partner. Essentially, it's the difference between winning a wrestling match and winning a beauty contest.
What's really fascinating here is that these physical traits aren't just cultural preferences that change depending on where you live. They are universally attractive across the entire globe. Why? Because they act as a biological certificate of good health. Things like facial symmetry, clear skin, and those sexually dimorphic features, like broad shoulders on men or a low waist-to-hip ratio on women, they literally communicate immune system strength, parasite resistance, and high reproductive potential to anyone who happens to be looking.
Let's move right along to section 2. Fitness as a meeting signal. Get this, a massive survey conducted by Zinc Coach proves that our evolutionary programming is still completely intact today. An overwhelming 91% of people link physical fitness directly to attractiveness. Being fit tells a potential partner that you're resilient, you're capable, and you're healthy. It is literally the ultimate biological green flag.
In fact, this instinct is so incredibly strong that 53% of us actually admit to pushing ourselves noticeably harder in the gym the second a new crush walks by. We are literally using exercise and physical exertion as a direct mating signal. We're hoping to catch their eye by showing off our stamina and strength. I mean, Darwin would be so proud of us.
But here's where it gets a bit complex. What we look for physically actually changes based on our ultimate goals. Depending on whether someone is looking for just a quick fling or a lifelong partner, the traits they prioritize shift completely. For short-term mating, humans lean heavily into pure physical genetics. We want symmetry, attractiveness, and physical formidability. But if we're talking long-term mating, the focus shifts toward traits that ensure survival over the long haul. Things like resources, emotional stability, and dependability.
Which brings us to section 3, the new dating arenas.
People are putting down their phones and picking up dumbbells. A surprising 26% of people report they've actually gone on to date someone they met during a workout. It just goes to show that the fitness world is a highly effective, supernatural dating pool that's already filled with like-minded individuals. Take it from Steve Cole of the Lunch Run Club, who says, "What we really are is a social club that runs. The one underlying factor that everyone has in common is that they are willing to put themselves out there." Because of this exact mindset, singles run clubs in major cities like New York and Chicago are just exploding in popularity right now. They brilliantly combine fitness, the release of those feel-good endorphins, and real-world connection, and they do it entirely without the heavy pressure of a dating app. It's a shared activity that naturally breaks the ice. Now, if you're actually planning to join one of these clubs to find a date, you definitely need a survival guide. First, check the local rules. Some clubs ask singles to wear black, while attached runners wear colors. Second, socialize during the run. Don't just wait until the very end. Third, consider bringing a friend to take the pressure off. And finally, whatever you do, don't get stuck at the back of the pack, or you are going to be waiting in a massive line when everyone hits the bar for the post-run mixer. So run clubs are great because they have that built-in mingling and organized mixers. But traditional gyms? They're a bit trickier to navigate. You're in a shared space where people are highly focused. Which brings up a really important question about the unwritten etiquette of making a move between sets. How do you actually approach your gym crush without making things terribly awkward? That leads us perfectly into section 4, rules of gym engagement.
The best ways to organically meet someone are pretty straightforward. Be incredibly consistent with your workout schedule, so you start seeing the same familiar faces. Leverage group fitness classes. They naturally build camaraderie. A simple smile makes you so much more approachable.
And if things do progress, you absolutely must agree to keep any potential relationship drama completely out of the facility. The gym has to remain a positive space for everyone.
On the flip side, you really have to learn to read the room. If someone is wearing headphones or they are literally gasping for air on the treadmill, leave them alone. Do not stare creepily through the mirrors. And most importantly, never ever mistake basic politeness for romantic interest. Rejection happens to all of us. And when it does, you just have to take no for an answer gracefully and move on.
Because there is a massive, incredibly important line between welcome gym banter and predatory behavior. Mild flirting, like spotting someone on a bench press, is totally fine. But unacceptable behavior, especially regarding the power dynamics between instructors and students, can utterly ruin a gym's reputation. Instructors hold a real position of authority, and abusing that trust creates a toxic environment that just drives members away.
And look, there's a limit to all this. Making fitness your entire personality can actually backfire on you big time. The data shows that 18% of people will literally cancel a date just to hit their macros. Almost 30% would end a relationship for their sport. Furthermore, almost 60% of people find excessive gym selfies on dating apps incredibly cringy. So, balance is definitely key.
All right, let's wrap things up with Section 5, couples who sweat together. When it all works out, the results are incredible. Overwhelmingly, couples who navigate the gym together report way higher relationship satisfaction and a much deeper emotional connection. In fact, 73% of people surveyed feel that exercising together actively strengthens their romantic bond. And this isn't just a warm, fuzzy, emotional feeling. It is a measurable, biological phenomenon known as physiological synchrony. When you share a physical struggle, like matching your partner's running pace or lifting together, your cardiovascular systems literally sync up. Your heart rates rise and fall in unison, which subconsciously builds this deep, unspoken trust and emotional closeness.
Training together establishes common goals, shifting your dynamic from me to we. It ensures you both stay consistent with your health, it provides built-in accountability, and best of all, it replaces the isolating glow of our smartphone screens with a shared rush of feel-good endorphins and dopamine. You are literally getting high on life together.
So, millions of years of evolutionary biology are quietly cheering you on right now. The desire to connect over fitness is literally woven into your DNA. Get out there, read the room, find your stride, and hey, just don't forget to wipe down your machine when you're done. Which leaves us with just one final question. Knowing the powerful biology behind attraction and the clear rules of engagement, are you ready to trade the dating apps for running shoes?